Hey y'all, I finally got around to having some time to be able to do this next 3-inch width ribbon bow. The last video I did was just sort of a plain solid color with the 3-inch width, and like it was the solid navy, and I had promised sort of a real radical bow. These large 3-inch bows are becoming real popular, and the JoJo Siwa from Dance Moms, her bows hit Claire's at the beginning of the summer, and so they're real popular right now. And I just, I'm trying to kind of pass along the skill to be able to make that size bow. And we're also going to do a giveaway for the bow that I'm making today. And I want to do the tutorial first, and then I'll kind of talk about some of the other ribbon that I have, and just kind of update you on the flood stuff that I had posted on the Big Southern Bows Facebook. So to get started, I am of course using the usual stuff, the glue gun. I'm also using my wood burning tool for this one. If you don't have a wood burning tool, you can certainly just use a lighter. That's fine. Needle and thread, upholstery thread specifically. You need your barrette, French barrette. For this size bow, you need, a pretty large one. I don't recommend alligator clips. Alright, and go ahead and remove your tension bar. Salon clip, if I have not said that already. I use a little clip to help me hold the center. Okay. Now, sometimes I use this. I won't be using this, but if you use the crafter's tape to have both of these kind of stay together, because we're going to do a double one today. The last one was single, but we're going to do double today. Also, you need, well, what I'm doing, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to use BOA, or this is Marabou actually, in this particular video. Love that hot pink. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. I've got this one from Silks and Crafts, my favorite store that went underwater. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. But that's like a hot pink. And then I'm using two 7/8 solids. One is a solid grosgrain. This is like that neon green, and then this is like a lime green glitter. I got this from Hobby Lobby. Okay, that's going to be the knot that I'm going to use in the center. Okay, and just real quick, I'm not advertising for them, but I love this Gorilla Glue. It says it's 5 times more durable, and I certainly believe that. I've been using it for about a month now, and I absolutely love this glue, so I highly recommend it if you want to pick up some. Okay, now the ribbon choice I have, I'm using a solid hot pink 3-inch, and I got mine from Hair Bow Center. This is what, this is like only 3 yards, but that's the spool it comes on. And this gorgeous, gorgeous metallic painted leopard print, cheetah, whatever, comes from Oh My Gosh Goodies, as does all this ribbon that I'm going to show you in just a minute. Oh, she just has fabulous 3-inch ribbon. And there are a lot of shops on Etsy where you can get the 3-inch ribbon as well. Okay, both pieces are cut to 57 inches. You can go 56, 57 inches, something like that, depending on how big you want your mega bow, and also how long you want your tail. Okay, you can, go a few inches less if you want a smaller, maybe not quite so wide or whatever. These bows end up being about 8 to 8.5 inches in width. Okay, all right, so we're going to use our wood burning tool first. Okay, you just want to overlap the printed ribbon on top of the solid ribbon. And then I get my wood burning tool, and I've demonstrated this in several videos. I go at an angle, start at the top, and just melt that ribbon together and cut at an angle. Okay, and you should usually only have to go one time. And if you've never used the wood burning tool, I suggest practicing, and you see it just has a nice professional look. Okay, so I'm going to throw that piece away. Okay, and so same technique as before. Alright, we're going to start with our first loop. And like I said, with these big bows, it's so awkward. So you just have to, you know, kind of work with it a little bit. You may have to, you know, start over to get your spacing right. Okay, and I'm sorry if I go out of camera range, but this is such a big bow, it's hard to fit it in the camera. Okay, and again, remember what I said about making your loops and the angle. You want to go almost straight up and down, just at a slight angle. Okay, alright, second loop on the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to kind of push this over a little bit, make my loops a little bit smaller. Okay, just bear with me. Alright, and that looks pretty good to me. And of course, why I said the crafter's tape, you know, if you like to use it, I've used it in some of the other videos to, you know, tape one to the other. You can do that. Alright, and then I just kind of take my clip and put it right there, just to kind of hold this in place. Okay. Alright, then I'm going to grab it, and I kind of hold mine to the side like this. Alright. And then my pink doesn't want to stay behind there very well for some reason. So, okay, now you want to just tuck this in behind that tail. Okay, and this is what it looks like so far. Okay, and you know, that's what it looks like in the back. It's kind of even in the back, parallel. And then you got your last loop here. You just kind of, it's almost like you have to flip it over. It's so big. Okay. And this is what you have so far. And I know that my right hand loop on the top is always smaller than on the left hand side for some reason. Okay, and so that's what it looks like. And so I'm going to take my salon clip. I need a bigger salon clip for this one, almost. And I'm going to slide it in. Okay, and then I'm going to take the alligator clip out of the bottom. And then I just kind of set it up. And one thing I did forget to mention is if you want to stiffen your ribbon before making this bow, it would be a good idea. A lot of times when you have a double layer like this, it's probably, you know, going to make the bow stiff enough, so you may not need to. But, you know, if you just want to, you can. I sprayed a little bit of hairspray on the back of this one just to stiffen it, but you don't need to go crazy with it. Okay, so this is what we have so far, just about. And I don't like that pink sticking out, so just bear with me a second. Alright. Okay, and you know my true method here that I use. Your loops have to be even, you know, for this bow to work, for it not to be lopsided. So, and the way I do that is I just kind of, you know, pull them down, make sure that they're even. Okay, and I do the same thing to the top. And somehow on my first try I got them totally even. I never do that. Okay, now I am going to hand fold mine, but if you want to leave the salon clip on, you know, you're not comfortable yet with hand folding these big ones. Actually, I think the bigger the bow, the easier it is to hand fold in the middle, but that's just me. You can, you know, what you would do is you would just go through the back and press your pen in the middle and string it all the way through. Make sure you have a knot in the back, and then you just basically thread it through the whole thing a couple of times. Go through the back and then, you know, through the bottom. And like I said, I've done this on the other videos, and then you can pull it real tight and crease it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to take this off. You want to make sure you got a hold of this real well. All right, then I start at the top, and then I just kind of push in. You see my nail right here, that big old red thumbnail, and then this hand right here, these two thumbs, I'm just kind of pushing in the first crease, hump, whatever you want to call it. All right, and then I'm doing, you see how my fingers are back here? I'm kind of holding it like that. Okay, well, my fingers are right there where that hump is, and then I'm pushing in with my thumb, if that makes sense. All right, and I kind of take my fingers out and hold it into place. Okay, and then you basically just fold this last piece over and sandwich it all together. Okay, and that's, well, sorry, I can't really show you, but let's see if I can show you. All right, all I have to do is kind of switch here. All right, and that's, you know, what you should have. Okay. All right, now I need my right hand back, and then what I do is I go in through the top, the switch again, and I just kind of, you know, hold it like this, and I go in through the top middle, and this is really, really thick, so I just kind of push it on the table like this, and ow, just stuck myself, don't do that. And then you just run the needle through the bottom. Okay, I don't know if you can see that needle right there. And then, I mean, if you can push it all the way through, fine, but I have like issues with my hands and fingers, and so I just get these pliers right here and pull it through the rest of the way. Okay, and then you basically then just want to surround your crease in the middle. Just want to go around, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 times, whatever you're comfortable with, and I just pull it real tight so that it's so tight in the middle it won't come apart, even though I haven't tied it off yet. Okay, and this is what it looks like, and so then you just, you know, make sure that that's what you want before you do tie it off. Okay, and then I just give it another kind of, you know, and you just pull and adjust, and always having your fingers right there so the thread doesn't come undone. Okay, and then just like with, you know, all the rest of them, you just kind of tie it off in the back and knot it. This upholstery thread, I wouldn't take anything for it. It is the best. It never breaks. And I accidentally bought some other, you know, not so strong ribbon the other day. It was in the wrong section, but our Walmarts were closed around here during the flooding because nobody could get to work, and so I had to wait a whole week before I could go buy some more. Oops. Okay, and as you know, I leave my thread on the back and use it to surround my Brett. Isn't my new glue gun pretty because it's free? My old one finally crapped out, so and I don't, well, the other one I liked better and they were out of them, so I had to settle for this one. And I don't like my big one. Anyway, you put a string of glue, of course, back there. The Gorilla Glue is awesome. And I do this in every video. You just put that barrette there, hold it for a second, and then you take your thread and you go around the middle a few times. And you know, sewing your bow in the middle really makes a big difference. And you can knot that off, or actually I just kind of use the glue to keep the thread there. Okay, and then when you're finished, you just do that. Oh, you know what? And I think I did this in the last video. If you're adding boa, you want to keep your thread on there. So I just did a boo-boo. I should not have cut it because I'm going to add the boa and I need this thread to surround it. So I'm just going to thread this back through. Anyway, what I was saying was if you sew your bows in the middle, they stay together so much better. And you can't like pull the loops out. You know, they are there to stay. They can't be pulled out of place, in other words, if that makes sense. You know, and they don't come apart, obviously, if you sew them in the middle. I think it's a pretty easy process. Okay, now I still have this back here, okay? And I'm going to let it hang for just a second because what I want to do next is take care of this tail. Okay, and you want to line them up. Line up the tail. I always wait to do the tail at the end because, you know, I want to be sure of how much to cut off. And also, you see how it ends up not being even? Well, if you cut it, then it's going to bubble in some place. And so I just recommend not doing your end tail until you finish the bow, because you end up uneven and it's just the way it is. Alright, so I'm going to simply lop off that messy part. And there you go. Wood burning tool is so awesome for you know, doing the tails and whatnot. Okay, fabulous. Alright, we're almost finished. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to leave this there. And you want to get your boa. And I'm going to cut off that rope part. And of course there's boa flying everywhere. Okay. Ooh. And you know, I'm just going to kind of measure how much I want in the middle. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, this end is cut off and it's a little fluffier, so I'm gonna go with this end. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it about right here. Just bear with me a minute. I'll do this over the trash can. I don't think it helps much, but anyway. Okay, so you get your little piece here. And, you know, if the rope is sticking out and it, you know, looks awful or whatever, you know, you can just put like a little bit of hot glue there and then pull it out, and then it kind of camouflages that. Okay, so I just kind of stick my feathers in the middle. I know the feathers are blowing. I have a little fan on. I always have a fan on me. Okay, alright, so here's my thread, and I just kind of pull it around to the front, and I go around the center a couple of times. And I mean, you can glue it in the middle, but it's so messy, and I think, you know, if you do it this way and you do it tight enough and then put your knot over it, you're going to be fine. Alright, so I've got it in there, and I'm going to tie this off in the back. And now I can cut this piece of thread off. Okay. And you know, it's actually kind of cute just like this, but you know, we don't want that string showing and that mess in the back. Alright, so, well, what happened to my knot? Did it fall? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to get my knot. Now, of course, I didn't want to go with, you know, this is kind of a funky mega bow, and it's got all these colors in here. So I decided, of course, to go with a different cool color. Who doesn't like glitter lime? To go in the middle here. And so you just place your knot in the middle. And if you want, like I said, if you want to put a little bit of glue, you can do that to keep it in place. And you just, you know, thread it around the back there. Actually gonna put that fan in a different direction. Okay, and alright, so you just kind of lop off those extra pieces there. And if you know, want to heat seal them, you can. But it's not really necessary because you have to glue the two pieces together anyway, because remember, it's doubled. We have grosgrain and glitter ribbon. Alright, so just a little bit of glue in between each here. Not much, just enough to keep them together. I do not like this glue gun. I just hate it. Okay, and then I want to glue one flap over the other. I guess I should rephrase. I don't hate the glue gun. I just miss my old one. I guess I was just used to it. Alright, and I'm just gluing the flaps of ribbon down in the back there over the barrette. Okay. For some reason my barrette is a little lopsided. I gotta push it up. Okay. Then you want to put your tension bar back in. Okay. And there you go. Alright, JoJo Siwa, eat your heart out. Isn't that pretty? And this is actually the giveaway bow. So, let's talk about that next. If you have no interest in the giveaway, or you know, the tutorial is now over, so you know, if that's all you wanted to watch, then you can stop the video here. But just to continue, okay, so with the giveaway, what you need to do for the giveaway is comment below two things. First of all, what is your favorite bow? Like, my favorite type of bow is just a plain solid color boutique bow, or I love the funky loopy bows, or I like corker bows, you know, whatever. And second, tell me which bow you would like me to do a tutorial on, if I could possibly, you know, give me an idea. You know, hey, I would love to see a funky loopy Halloween bow, or you know, something like that. Okay, so again, what's your favorite bow and what would you like to see a tutorial on? Okay, comment below and you are entered into the giveaway. Now, let me say something about that. My giveaways, I've had a hard time giving these bows away to the winners because they don't know that they're winners. And you know, even with the first one, I announced the person's name on, you know, video and whatever. So if you don't have Facebook, because normally I put it on Facebook, if you don't have Facebook, just make sure you recheck your notifications or whatever, because I send the notification. And you know, what I may do is just make a, you know, in one of my future videos, just say the name of the person or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, if you enter, please just, check back and make sure if you won the bow or not. So let's just go ahead and set a date for this. Let's say, let's give everybody at least 2 weeks. Let's say middle of September, September 14th. Okay, September 14th, I will pick a winner for this bow. And then, I'll put it on Facebook or whatever. Just, check your notifications if that helps. I don't know. And if I do a video around that time, then I'll mention the person's name. So, okay, so I will draw a name for this on September 14th. Okay. Alright, so that's the giveaway information. Now, just real quick, I want to show you guys this ribbon. All of this ribbon came from Oh My Gosh Goodies. I did a video with this ribbon already. It's the pink chevron metallic foil, whatever. I call it metallic. This one is, like the swirly kind of metallic, multicolored. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Alright. And this is a hot pink one, but, the website has it in all kind of different colors. And this one also comes in black, like the black background instead of white. Alright, this is one of my favorites. The rainbow with stars and the swirly. Oh, love it. And this is the kind of pastel version of that. And I'll leave the link below, ohmygoshgoodies.com. She has some of the most beautiful ribbon. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And this is the black background version of the one that we just did. Okay. And then I've also did this is the Sparkle Grosgrain. I've done a few videos, but this is the 3-inch. And like I said, that she has some other colors. Any color you can think of. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. And this is a good way to, you see this bobby pin? I call it a bobby pin. I use these to hold the ribbon in place rather than rubber bands, which leave indentions, or what else? Pins. Pins leave, the little stick pins leave the holes in them. So that's just a little trick I use. Okay, so if you're done with the tutorial and you don't want to hear any updates about the flood, of course this is 2016 August, a year from now. Nobody's going to want to hear about this, but just to update you on a little bit about that. I had put some information about the flood. Luckily we were spared. I don't know how we were spared, but we were. Everyone around us flooded. Everyone. My son's school, it was just horrible. And we've been doing a lot to help others, strip carpet out of their house and food and whatnot, and we're taking care of extra dogs, if you can believe that, because I have several already. And I had also posted recently, today in fact, a picture of my favorite ribbon shop and the damage that happened to it. She got like 4 to 6 feet of water in her store, and that lady is so close to my heart, Miss Jan. So y'all send her some love, maybe leave her a Facebook message. It's silksandcrafts.com. This is where I get a lot of my glitter ribbon and my wired ribbon and the Shopkins ribbon. I get probably more ribbon from her than anywhere else, and I know a few of you have started purchasing from her. She always lets me know who mentions the YouTube videos and whatever. And if you haven't seen those pictures yet, you can go to my Facebook page. It's just awful, awful, awful. But she's in good spirits. And they've gotten a lot done. So anyway, I just want to also thank all my viewers for all of the wonderful, sweet prayers and comments. It really means a lot to me, you know, that you took the time to think about me, because I think a lot of the country didn't find out about our tragedy, you know, on the news or whatever. I don't know how well it was covered. But anyway, I really appreciate it, and I've gotten a lot of love from my viewers lately, and, you know, I'm so glad that I could help a lot of you. So, I'm going to end the video now and sign up for the giveaway. I'd love to see some pictures. That's, you know, I don't see a whole lot of your creations. I would love to see some pictures on Facebook, so shoot me some. Enter the giveaway. Please leave any questions that you might have, and I appreciate you guys so much. Alright, until next time, I think we'll do maybe Halloween. We'll start Halloween next time. I have lots and lots of ideas for that. So, have a good day. Until next time.